The sixth house is often overlooked in synastry because it lacks the immediate romantic glamour of the fifth or the soulmate intensity of the seventh. However, when one person's sun falls into another sixth house, the connection moves into the realm of sacred service and functional karma. This is not a star-crossed lover's placement. It is a builders of a shared reality placement. In karmic astrology, the sixth house represents the purification of the ego through daily ritual, health, and labor. When your sun illuminates someone's sixth house, you become the catalyst for their self-improvement, and they become the vessel through which you learn the humility of being useful. The weight of the devotional debt. At its core, this synastry indicates a karmic loop centered around unfinished business regarding duty. In past cycles, these two souls may have existed in a master-servant, doctor-patient, or mentor-apprentice dynamic. There is a deep-seated cellular memory of needing to show up for the other person. The sun person acts as a spotlight on the house person's daily habits. You don't just see your partner, you see their potential for efficiency. This can manifest as a powerful urge to help them organize their life, improve their diet, or fix their schedule. From a karmic perspective, the sun person is repaying a debt by offering their vitality to help the house person function better in the material world. The sun as the internal clock. The sixth house person often feels a strange sense of accountability toward the sun person. When the sun person is around, the house person feels they cannot be lazy. The sun person's mere presence acts as a psychic alarm clock. While this can lead to incredible productivity, the karmic shadow here is micromanagement. If the sun person leans too hard into their fixer role, the relationship can devolve into a project rather than a partnership. The house person may begin to feel like an employee or an inferior, leading to resentment. The lesson here is for the sun person to shine light without scorching the house person's autonomy. Healing in the physical body. Because the sixth house governs health, this synastry is deeply somatic. There is often a physical hook between the two. The sun person's energy can actually affect the house person's physical well-being. If the relationship is harmonious, the house person feels physically stronger and more capable when the sun person is near. If the relationship is toxic, the house person may manifest psychosomatic illnesses, digestive issues, or fatigue. This is a healer-patient karma. The sun person is often brought into the house person's life during a period of physical or mental disarray to help them get their act together. The bond is forged in the trenches of the mundane, doing dishes, walking dogs, and navigating the flu, rather than on grand stages. The ego versus the service. The ultimate challenge of sun in the sixth house synastry is the surrender of the ego. The sun represents our core identity and desire for recognition. In the sixth house, that royalty, the sun, is asked to put on an apron. For the sun person, the karmic test is, can I love you when life is boring? Can I find my identity in being helpful to you without needing a standing ovation? For the house person, the test is, can I accept help without feeling diminished? Can I allow someone to see my unpolished self, the version of me that is tired, messy, and human? Summary of the karmic contract. This placement signifies a working union. You have come together to refine one another. It is a placement of practical devotion. The love is expressed through the small things, making the coffee, managing the finances, or providing the steady emotional ground upon which a life is built. It is less about the fire of the heart and more about the steady pulse of the hands. When this karma is resolved, both individuals move from a state of chaotic independence to rhythmic interdependence. You learn that the most profound spiritual growth doesn't happen on a mountaintop, but in the way you treat each other on a rainy Tuesday morning. When the sun falls into the sixth house, the flavor of the service and the daily friction changes significantly based on the zodiac sign. Here is a brief look at how this karmic duty manifests across the wheel. Aries, the karma is urgency. The sun person pushes the house person to take immediate action on their health or work. It's a coach and athlete dynamic that can be motivating or incredibly stressful if the house person can't keep up the pace. Taurus, the karma is stability. This is about building a physical sanctuary. The sun person helps the house person find comfort in routine and financial security. It's slow-moving but deeply grounding, focusing on the zen of manual labor. Gemini, the karma is coordination. The sun person brings mental stimulation to the house person's daily life. They act as a personal assistant or intellectual peer, focusing on fixing communication gaps and organizing the to-do list through logic. Cancer. The karma is nurturance. Service is expressed through domestic care. The sun person helps the house person manage their emotional health and physical environment, the home. It's a caregiver dynamic where fixing feels like mothering. Leo. The karma is recognition. The sun person wants the house person to take pride in their work. They shine a light on the house person's talents, demanding that their daily labor be creative and visible rather than hidden in the shadows. Virgo. The karma is refinement. This is the sixth house's natural home, so the intensity is doubled. It's a master-apprentice vibe where both parties are obsessed with perfection, efficiency, and literal physical health. Can be highly critical. Libra. The karma is harmony. The sun person helps the house person balance their work-life schedule. The focus is on making the daily grind aesthetically pleasing and socially balanced, often acting as a mediator in the house person's professional life. Scorpio. The karma is transformation. The sun person acts as a surgeon, digging into the house person's subconscious habits or health issues to root out the rot. It's an intense, private, and often psychological form of service. Sagittarius. The karma is expansion. The sun person encourages the house person to find a higher purpose in their work. They turn daily chores into a quest for meaning, helping the house person avoid the trap of becoming a cog in the machine. Capricorn. The karma is structure. This is a heavy boss and employee dynamic. The sun person brings discipline and long-term planning to the house person's life, focusing on building a legacy through hard, consistent effort. Aquarius. The karma is innovation. The sun person helps the house person break out of boring or outdated routines. They introduce new technologies, alternative health practices, or unconventional ways of being productive. Pisces. The karma is sacrifice. The lines between helper and helped get very blurry here. The sun person offers spiritual or intuitive support to the house person, often helping them navigate the daily world through a lens of compassion and healing. Subscribe to Karmic Synastry channel and be one click away from checking your relationships from karmic perspective.